Welcome to It's a Crime. I'm Linda, and today we're going to talk about the update for little Evelyn Mae Boswell. She's the 15-month-old girl from Tennessee who's been missing for 2 months but wasn't reported until last Tuesday. Last Wednesday, an Amber Alert went out. Now, Evelyn has blonde hair, blue eyes, is only 2 feet tall, and weighs about 28 pounds. She was last seen in a pink jumpsuit, pink shoes, and a pink bow in her hair. And as I mentioned, Evelyn was entered as a missing child last Tuesday, February 18th, but was reportedly last seen on December 26th, 2019. After the Amber Alert went out, authorities asked for assistance in locating a 2007 Gray BMW with the license plate 3M9, 6M9. And at the time, they believed 2 people had information on Evelyn's whereabouts and were traveling in that car. And on Friday afternoon, they got the car and the 2 people, and they were found in Wilkes County in North Carolina. Now, as you may have heard, these 2 people were actually Evelyn's grandmother, Angela Boswell, and Angela's boyfriend, William Mcloud. But these were charges that were unrelated to Evelyn's disappearance. The Wilkes County Sheriff's Office charged William Mcloud and Angela Boswell with an out-of-state fugitive warrant for outstanding charges that were open in the state of Tennessee. And it said that William was charged with theft over $2,500, according to a state of North Carolina arrest warrant. And Angela was charged with a probation violation. So as of yesterday, Saturday, February the 22nd, the TBI has received over 300 tips and leads. However, according to the TBI, they said none, however, has produced any credible sightings regarding the whereabouts of Evelyn Boswell. Now, authorities are saying that they received many conflicting statements, and it's been confusing, especially from the mother, Maggie Boswell, otherwise known as Megan Boswell. They also said because it's been 2 months since the baby has been missing, that it makes things even more difficult, clearly. Now, I did see an interview with the grandfather. Evelyn's grandfather's name is Tommie Boswell Sr. He spoke to News Channel 11 on Friday evening, just hours after they did their first press conference for little Evelyn. And he said that he hasn't seen her since Thanksgiving. And he said, I don't know what happened, but I'm the one who called DCS and got this started. He also said, I ain't slept nights, I've cried like a baby, I just want my grandbaby to come home. And he had general concern on his face. He also said that he talked to Angela, the grandmother, and he said, I'm going to do something about this, meaning to call DCS about this. And she said, you better not or you'll regret it. Now, in that first press conference, the sheriff actually said that it may have been even before December 26th that Evelyn was actually seen, because he stated about a babysitter who saw Evelyn on December 10th and 11th. He also said this is unlike anything he's ever seen. He said it's clearly time sensitive, and he said that he's not disregarding anybody as a suspect. Now we go on to Maggie's boyfriend, Hunter Wood. And he states that he only dated Maggie for only a couple of weeks in December. In his interview, he talked about how Maggie applied for his restaurant called Hunter T's Chicken Shack. He mentioned that name a few times and said that she had applied and that's where they met. And when it came to Evelyn, he said, I've never seen the baby in my life. All I've seen is pictures of her. I have no relationship with that child whatsoever. And he said the baby has been with the father back from military leave. And when he described their relationship, he said, and I quote, and it wasn't like a relationship. It was an on and off going, you know what I'm saying type deal. It wasn't like all out like, relationship. So I'm not sure what that means, Hunter, but you said a couple weeks. Now, the weird thing is, Maggie has like 4 Facebook profiles. And one of them, she actually names herself as Maggie Wood, which is Hunter's last name, which I find really interesting. Not that they're married, but just something, a little info snack. Now, I could swear I saw a picture, I think it was like the 4th of February, the beginning of February, of all the group, and he was in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below, but I could have sworn I saw that. So it looked like they were still hanging out, and there was a couple things about Maggie as well, talking about a new home or something. So I want to make sure that those are facts. So I still got to dig a little bit more, but if you can clarify a few things, and if you have some articles that you can show me or that I could find, that would be great. Let me know in the comments below. So now we talk about the mother, Maggie/Megan. And I saw her interview, which was very interesting as well. I saw her crying, and she was stating that she wanted her baby back. There was two things that really stuck out for me. The reporter was asking about why didn't you report it, and she says, well, the reason I didn't report it or anything was I knew the person who had her and didn't want them to run away with her. And then the reporter says, do you have any regrets about not involving the police sooner? And this is the one that kind of I had to rewind and listen to a couple times. She says, well, sorta, but also in a way, I knew that as soon as anything went down, you know, the person was going to just disappear, and they have. So before this arrest all went down, I thought, well, that's super weird, because she's talking about she doesn't know where her baby is, but then she's now saying, well, she knows who the baby's with. So I can understand why the cops are frustrated or saying like there's conflicting information. I don't know what the mother is saying, you know, because it's confusing. And even just in her sentences, it sounds confusing. So I'll dig a little bit more into what's going on. All this sounds like a huge soap opera. I have no idea what's happening. Just that there's a baby missing. Nobody can say when they last saw the baby. A babysitter said December 10th and 11th. Authorities are stating that that's actually more likely rather than December 26th. Grandfather hasn't seen the baby since Thanksgiving. And the father, Ethan Perry, he doesn't know what's going on either. He's in the military, and he had just said, like, I don't know, but I'm cooperating with authorities, which that's what the authorities backed up and said. They also said the mother is. They just said she's super confusing in her stories. So we'll hopefully find out some more information soon. I did hear a little bit about the car. I also want to get more verification on that. Now, there was a vigil held on Saturday night, just yesterday, and a group of mothers came together and did a vigil for little Evelyn called Pray for Evelyn Mae, and it was in Cumberland Square Park in Bristol, Virginia. And they said that they wanted to do something because it thought of their own kids, and they wanted to do something and raise awareness for Evelyn and to come home safe. There's also been fundraisers happening. There was a fundraiser that happened today for Evelyn, and it was a food truck called the Crazy Gringos hosted the fundraiser, and that was today from 12 to 7 p.m. at the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. And according to the event's Facebook page, they said that 50% of all food sold will go directly to the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office to raise reward money for Evelyn Boswell. When I was finding the information of the reward, on Friday it was started at $1,000 by Sheriff Cassidy. He said he was going to put in $1,000 of his own money. Not long after that, local businesses followed as well. And it is now at $56,000 for the reward of little Evelyn. And included in that is the grandfather and uncle. So Tommie Boswell Sr. and Tommie Boswell Jr. both put in $10,000 each for the safe return of Evelyn. Also, a note of caution, be careful of the GoFundMe pages out there. You want to be very sure that it's legit, and the Sheriff's County office is saying that the best way to do it is to go through them. So if you do wish to donate, you can call 423-279-6064 and your info will be taken. Also, if you do have information on Evelyn or some small tip or something you've seen in December while she was in the care of her mom, or anything that you could think of that might be minor to you, might be major. So please give a call to 1-800-TBI-FIND. That's 1-800-TBI-FIND. Let's do a little chit chat below. If you have something that I've missed, love to chat about it in the comments so that you can catch me up to speed. Sometimes it takes me a lot of time to start gathering info and correct info. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. Lots more videos coming your way. Give it a like. Share this for little Evelyn. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.